All right, no time for thinking. It's time to start drinking. I mean, let's get right into this video. All right, guys, listen. Freaking zombies. Hiya! And for zombies, you need zombie guns. Make sure you always double tap, guys. I am the perfect candidate for telling you the best zombie guns because I am a certified zombie gun expert. Therefore, I am qualified to give you the ample information you need for dealing with such zombies. Now, hold on. We have to have a couple disclaimers. I know what you're thinking. These are in no way recommendations, and also we're not doing specific firearms models. This is a categoric list. Which category of firearms rank best to worst? None of this best for last bullshit. We're doing the best ones first, and that's that. Now, there's technically not a worst gun on this list. Every single gun has its place. It's just some are better suited for the job than others, and some are suited for multiple jobs that others don't. Basically, what I'm saying is, you're not going to take your Benelli Supernova Realtree Max 7 out to a war zone, and you're not going to take your Benelli M4 out hunting. Not saying they can't do the job, just some are built for different jobs a lot better than others. Also, I have no firearms bias or biases. I literally love all guns, and I quite literally want to be the Burt Gummer. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Up first, we have shotguns. Literally doesn't even matter which kind you got. You can have the most expensive or cheap, you could have a single shot or an AA-12. You're doing the exact same amount of damage from the shell you put in. Just your rounds per minute will be affected, depending on which one. Simple, reliable, powerful, cheap, and ammo affordability and availability? I mean, you'd be an idiot to not use a shotgun. I already know someone in the comments is going to go, "Oh, well, Isaac, what about the range and reloading? It's not very good for a shotgun." Other than the fact that the zombies are far away and you probably shouldn't engage in a zombie that hasn't noticed you yet, they also can't shoot back. You should wait for them to get close so you get a better use of your ammunition. And not only that, if a shotgun is what you're using, you're not going to be dumping 8 rounds into one zombie. People in self-defenses have observed this before, that shotguns literally are the best case scenario for a one-shot stop. Also, shotguns are not like rifles where you run them dry, then you reload them all the way. That is not how you run them. You do a thing called top-off loading, which is every single time you get an opportunity to reload, you reload. Your shotgun should never run dry. This also applies to human targets, like raiders or other survivors too. But a shotgun is a lethal weapon on the field. So yeah, that covers shotguns. Next up, number 2, we got semi-automatic rifles and pistols. Now, I will say, these guns kind of go hand in hand with one another. Like, you can't have one without the other. The rifle does your long range, the pistol is your backup or your close range. Really can't go wrong. That in itself is a deadly ass combo. Now look, hey, I understand we can't get pistols or lots of semi-automatic rifles in Canada anymore, but we can still get some of them, of which if you can get at least one, get lots of ammo for it, you're pretty well sorted. Like the good old classic SKS. The best part about it is that it comes with a cleaning kit in the stock, so you only need to carry an oil bottle, which is crazy amounts of weight saving and money saving. You can buy these cheap bandolier chest rigs. And not only that, but the ammo is light because it's on stripper clips. I have to enunciate my words because of how good this is. Like, damn, bro, I drink to that. Anyway, let's get back on topic here. Yes, semi-auto's pretty much the standard. They do really good against raiders and really good against zombies. Now let's move on. Number 3, we got fucking lever actions. If you pick a lever action for your apocalypse gun, you're doing more than just picking a gun. You're making a fucking statement. You're basically saying, fuck you, I am a zombie killing cowboy. Now, in all seriousness, it's basically a semi-auto with extra steps, and you do the exact same thing you would with a shotgun where you top off load. Basically the king of bush guns with all the calibers they're chambered in, of which are serious as hell for stopping power and literally obliterate anything they hit. Also, have you seen cowboy action shooting? Like, that guy has swag. Just doing then going back to the pits and just chilling like it weren't nothing. That is a whole level of badassery that no one's prepared for. And don't think I forgot about the mare's leg. Equally as badass, equally as cool, and the closest thing to a pistol we can get in Canada. I mean, short, light, and powerful. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Next up, number 4, we got elephant guns. Now, you guys may be thinking, why would you take an elephant gun for the zombie apocalypse? Well, clearly, you guys haven't thought about the big zombies, like the big scary video game zombies. And also, why does it take 100 bullets to kill these things? Like for the tank in Left 4 Dead, you can pick up an M60 and it has limited ammunition. Why can't you do the same thing with an elephant gun where you get 3 shots? Instead, they're like, what if we made them have to use all their ammo to kill that zombie? Are you serious? I mean, realistically, they just didn't bring a big enough gun to the battle. So I really think it's a good idea to have a elephant gun on standby, you know, kind of like a fallback scenario. You know, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I mean, not practical for small zombies because it's for big targets, because it's got big stopping power. I mean, I can imagine it right now. You're in big zombie territory. You got your elephant gun at the ready and a big fat protester zombie comes out and you just fucking, oh shit, firing. Whew, that was a close one. And I know the best candidate that will support my theory. The Kentucky Ballistics. I mean, I could see it now. His videos would probably go something like this. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today I have a very exciting video planned for you today. This is the Horned One destroyer that was made by God. Only 2 of these were ever made, and only 1.5 of these exist. It shoots this behemoth of a round. That's it next to a 50 cal, which is going to be producing about 15,000 megatons of recoil. And if you're wondering why only 1.5 of these exist, this is one right here. The other one, well, let's just say it blew up in someone's face who wasn't holy enough. And I know a thing or two about guns blowing up in your face. We're going to test this thing by shooting at that zombie over there from Realistic Zombie Labs, which is Ballistic Dummy Labs, but we got real zombies now, so we can shoot them. Okay, here we go. Holy moly, it took me around the whole globe. She be kicking, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. Anyway, you guys get the idea. Next up, we have long-range rifles and hunting rifles. Bolt actions, to be specific. Now, you're kind of limited to your long-range stuff and stuff that isn't too close, but you can also get them set up like, you know, a scout rifle build, which I do very much enjoy and like. The thing is, it's kind of hard to rock a bolt action because everything about them is expensive. You know, stocking up ammunition, your scopes, your magazines typically if you can't find one that takes AR mags, and also it's not really worth my time because, like I said before, you don't want to waste unnecessary ammo, and at the same time the zombies are far away so they're not a threat. However, you can get a very cool long-range build. And the thing is that the rifle itself is not what's expensive. It's everything surrounding it and making it run well is expensive. But you can get some nice cheap budget hunting rifles that do really well on accuracy and quite literally can be a cheap long-range build. If you get one in like 308 or 223, you know, you can have a nice little zombie popper. And the one thing that I will say that these guns do great is a big open field with open areas, open everything, where essentially the world is your playground, is where this thrives. But pretty much every single gun thrives in a big open area. But particularly these rifles perform the best because you have essentially an infinite range. I mean, it's always good to have one. You never know when you're going to need it. But at the same time, it's not always necessary, but it is area specific. And if you do have a place or area where this will thrive, definitely go for it. But I mean, anything close range, I mean, the amount of stress you would have in trying to run the gun well would suck, which is why it's not at the top of the list. Now, before we get to our last 2 guns that are ranked at the exact same rank, we're going to talk about our honorable mention. There is only one. And that's going to be muzzle loaders. This is not the Revolutionary War, bro. Oh dear, a wretched ghoul. Well, sir, I must declare a duel. You have overstayed your welcome amongst the living, sir. Oh heavens, it appears I've missed. How it bit me. Yeah, that's probably how it would go. Anyways, let's get to the topic at hand here. Number 6, survival guns and 22s. I already know this one is controversial. I mean, they're not really that powerful, but that does not mean they're bad. I think this is the perfect backup gun because when you are at the end of the apocalypse, when everyone has used all their good ammo, 22 is what will stand at the end. Like you buy ammo at the bulk. Like I don't even think it's possible to run out of 22 ammo. Which is why I think it's honestly the perfect starter gun for getting into the apocalypse. Like, think about it. You will have so much ammo, and if you have very little time or very little money, it is a perfect gun for you to get started on. Like, if you're a blue-collar guy like me, you can buy a 22. If you are a girl, you can buy a 22. If you are an infant that hasn't even been born yet, you can buy a 22. Okay, not really, but your mama can sure as hell buy a 22. Bush gun, survival gun, backup gun, beginner gun, gun you give to your buddy, lend to your buddy, give to your buddy Earl. Like, this is the best gun you can give to anyone. And you can make some serious builds with them too. I mean, the zombies are going to be super strong because they're essentially going to be full-on humans with an infection. But as the infection goes on, the zombies will become weaker because it's consuming their flesh. And that is zombie anatomy thinky-thonky. Which will mean we don't need super powerful rifles anymore. But keep that elephant gun on standby, you never know. These things make great backup guns. Like, they're not a sidearm where you immediately switch to it. It's, you know what, I'm out camping and maybe I'll see a deer or maybe I'll see a squirrel that I want to shoot. Perfect. And maybe there's a walker nearby, right? Also, very easy guns for caches. It's a jack of all trades, master of none. I mean, you can basically shoot this thing with the iron sights with whatever you see with your naked eye. Now, the reason they're in the same category as survival guns, because survivalists love them, it's because all those like two barrel, like 410 shotgun 20 gauge with a 22, I think they're really stupid, and I really think you should just build your gun for survival. And at that point, you might as well just weld up an abomination that you found, like extra parts. If a druggie in Winnipeg or Vancouver can create one, you can too. In desperate times call for desperate measures. But getting back to 22s, they also I don't think will ever break down. I mean, they're very low pressure, parts really don't break on these. Now, I also want to bring up the topic of like single shot rifles. Single shot shotguns is in the shotguns category, but single shot rifles we'll bring up. I mean, they're built to last. They don't have very many parts. They're simple to operate. Again, very good beginner gun, good for caches, pretty much all the stuff I said about 22. Maybe the ammo isn't as cheap, but, you know, some of them are. You never know. But that concludes our list. I would like to thank you guys for sticking around. Sorry this one took so long to upload. Been working hard. And stick around for more. I got lots of videos coming. And let's crack open a cold one for the ones that did stick around for the end of the video. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's one for you. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.